to the English news program on Somaliland National Television with me, Isaac Ahmed. Let's take a look at the main stories making headlines. President of Somaliland and senior delegation embark on a regional trip. Director of President's Relief Office distributes food items to families of veterans. Floods cause civilian death and destruction to property in U.S. state of Colorado. President of Somaliland, Ahmed Silanya, accompanied by a delegation of senior government officials, embarked on a regional visit to Sahel. President of Somaliland, Ahmed Silanya, accompanied by top government officials, arrived at Berbera, the capital of Sahel region. This is not the first visit by the president. On the contrary, the president continues to visit all regions of Somaliland in hopes of better assessing the needs and concerns of citizens, with the ultimate objective of bettering the nation as a whole. The senior delegation accompanying the president included cabinet ministers, parliamentarians, top security officials, and other notable government officials. The president of Somaliland, Ahmed Silanya, speaking on the need of more development and progress in Somaliland, stated that this administration is committed and dedicated to taking Somaliland forward on its current path of development. He continued to add that developmental projects that have been completed are not the only steps this administration has taken, but also announced a number of other prospective projects set to launch in Sahel region. These developmental projects include some at the Berbera port, road construction projects, and other facilities. The president of Somaliland also recently visited Borame, the capital of Odo region, where a number of other development projects were launched. Senior government officials also spoke to city residents on this government's dedication to advancing Somaliland. In a ceremonial event held earlier in Hargeisa, members of Haksor Political Association joined the ruling government party, Kulmiye. In a ceremonial event held at Hargeisa, senior officials of Haksor Political Association announced their joining of Kulmiye political party. These members stated that they analyzed the three political parties currently in power and believe wholeheartedly that Kulmiye represents the interests of citizens the most. Top officials of Kulmiye political party also addressed the audience. They collectively stated that Kulmiye is committed to working hand in hand with other political associations and parties to ensure that citizens are receiving the best from their politicians. The top members of Kulmiye welcomed the former members of Haksor and urged cooperation and unity amongst the political figures of this nation. Director General Parliamentary Liaison, Research and Technology provided brief remarks on forthcoming ministerial plans.
Director General of the Ministry of Technology and Institutions Liaison, Mohammed Ali Aden, speaking to reporters, informed about achievements made and obstacles faced since the establishment of the new ministry. The Director General stressed the grueling nature of unemployment rates and the ministry plan to provide employment opportunities to many unemployed youth professionals nationwide. The Director General added that the ministry is moving to a new ministerial compound with the objective of extending ministry service and synchronizing prospective plans in the pipeline.
The Director of the President's Relief Office, Amina Mahmoud Diria, distributed food items to the nation's veterans.
Director of Presidential Relief Office, Amina Mahmoud Diria, handed essential food items over to the families of National Veterans Association, SOYAL. Members of National Veterans Association, SOYAL, stated that the donation came at a critical moment of need, conveying gratitude towards the Presidential Relief Office over a number of contributions provided to them and called for the Presidential Relief Office to continue such efforts on track. Director of Presidential Relief Office Amina Mahmoud Diria addressed the importance of the food contributions aimed at assisting veterans' families and on behalf of the Presidency pledged to continue assisting veterans. The food distribution efforts of the President's Relief Office has reached all regions of Somaliland and tens of thousands of families have received food, clothing and other essential items.
You're still watching the English news program on Somaliland National Television, the only Somali-speaking channel with an English news program. And now for our international headlines in detail. 4 people are confirmed dead and over 170 unaccounted for as floods continue to take lives and destroy property in U.S. state of Colorado. Floods in the U.S. state of Colorado have claimed at least 4 lives and more than 170 people remain unaccounted for. During a break in the torrential rain, emergency workers managed to reach hundreds of stranded residents in engulfed towns across Boulder Town, such as Lyons and Jamestown. More than 38 centimeters of rain, nearly half the region's annual average, has fallen in a single week, according to the National Weather Service. The Vice President of the Philippines is attempting to broker a deal with rebels, holding dozens of hostages.
A ceasefire plan was tabled by BNA to rebel leader Noor Missouri and Defense Secretary Volunteer Gasmin late on Friday after 5 days of fighting that have left 52 people dead and 70 wounded in the port of Zamboanga. However, Gasmin clarified that a ceasefire has never been implemented, a government spokeswoman said in a statement that she read on government radio. Therefore, military and police operations continued throughout the night and will continue as necessary, she added. During an interview with ABS-CBN television on Saturday, Gasmin insisted that any truce was dependent on a ceasefire from the rebels, who are firing as we speak. A spokesman for the vice president said BNA had talked to the leader of the MNLF in the port city and had proposed a ceasefire that would come into effect at midnight on Saturday. Defense Secretary Gasmin, who is in Zamboanga, said security forces were continuing efforts to free the hostages held by the MNLF in several coastal districts, where they have also set fire to many homes. Some Filipino newspapers and radio stations reported that the truce was to have taken effect as early as midnight Friday, but there was no sign of a ceasefire in the city of nearly 1 million people on Saturday.
Thank you for watching. That's the end of our news program. Until next time, goodbye.